I just think it's kind of a perfect film, really. Even though it's mine, I think it's great. I really do.
I'm 94 years old, and I'm moving to Manhattan for the first time today.
I live in Staten.
My condolences. What am I going to do here all day alone?
I signed you up for a class at JCC.
I judged the morgue prematurely. I can see that now.
Hi, June. I love your cardigan. This is amazing.
Thank you. Thank you. Johnny
very good.
Waz designed it.
Well, you did a wonderful job.
Thank
Thank
you.
you for taking time out of your busy Broadway schedule to chat. Congratulations on opening in previews, and congratulations on this incredible film.
Thank you. Thank you.
We're a group of cinemas here in the UK, and we're really, really excited to be bringing it to the big screen. So
Yeah.
you can experience it in the best way possible. And might I say, it's just been such a delight to watch you over the last few years find your footing as this complex, cinematic, tenacious leading lady in your 90s. I loved you as Thelma and have fallen in love with you all over again as Eleanor.
Is
Tell me
Eleanor?
how, yeah, I love Eleanor.
Yeah.
Tell me how the last few years have felt becoming one of our great modern leading ladies.
Well, it just sort of crept up on me, I think, more than anything. Thelma was such a joy to make, and I guess I thought, well, this is probably it. And then I was offered Eleanor, and I just think it's great. I'm thrilled that this is happening, and I'm thrilled it's happening to me on top of it. But I can't believe that two films like this with 90-year-old leading ladies were written. I mean, that's just great.
It's amazing, and we need more. We need to
Oh,
see more.
we do. Our leading ladies, though, I think it's good because now we have so many in their 50s, 60s, and that's not unusual anymore. And that's sort of great. I think that there is a sense of reality maybe coming into the films.
Absolutely, and long may they reign.
Yes, yes.
So, funnily enough, after I found out that we'd be speaking tonight, the other night at the cinema, I caught Todd Haynes' Far From Heaven and didn't realize that you were in it, and you were wonderful.
Yes. That was we shot in New Jersey, I remember. I was living in New York at the time.
A beautiful film, a beautiful
It was.
role. And just case in point, you've worked with so many incredible filmmakers and directors throughout your career. Other than her being Scarlett Johansson, what drew you
Yes.
to Scarlett as a director and this film in particular?
Well, I think the film was sent to me. I had it actually about 3 or 4 years before we shot it. And it was through my agent, and the producers got the script to him, and he thought it was a good script, so he sent it on to me. And I loved it. And my immediate reaction was, yes, I want to do this. So I told them yes. And then there were some problems with who was doing it and who wasn't. And this went through, about a year or so. And then they brought Scarlett in. And so she and I had a Zoom talk. And she had said she wanted me to do it. And I had said I still wanted to do it. And then when we had our Zoom, it just sort of cemented it. I felt, oh, I could really work with her. And I guess she felt the same way, this would be a good match. And it was great because our ways of working are quite similar. So it was really a shorthand between she and I on the work. It was wonderful to have.
Amazing. I really love how the film considers storytelling to be one of our most powerful tools to keep people and memories alive.
Yes.
Behind the scenes, did you and Scarlett and the cast and crew spend time sharing and telling each other stories of your own?
Not really. I think we did I got very close to Erin Kellyman, and she and I talked all the time, and we were together all the time. So I think we told, she told me about her family, and I told her about mine and that sort of thing. But I don't think any of us thought, well, we have to, tell stories about it. But Scarlett, I think she did talk a lot about film though while we were working, as I remember.
Hi, I'm Eleanor.
I was wondering if I could feature you in my article. I did pick a subject for my journalism project.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I'm actually profiling a Holocaust survivor.
So tell me about your mother.
He never talks about my mom. It's like she just, poof, went away.
I'm glad you mentioned Erin because I think she is fantastic in
Oh,
this
she
film.
is. She is.
Amazing. And the
Yeah.
friendship that Eleanor and her character share on screen is just like such a unique relationship to be explored in a film like this. Talk
Yeah.
to me about working with her and what this sort of on-screen relationship meant to you.
Oh, well, I love her. And we still text and email and, we're still in.
Amazing.
We just saw each other about a month or so ago on press here in New York. She was great. We were both in the same apartment building. The producers had put us in the same building. And we met her, my assistant and I met her on the elevator, I think it was. And she recognized me, and so I put two and two together, and well, she's in the film. And so I said, why don't you come up for dinner? So she did, and then she would come in all the time. And I would have dinner parties at restaurants at Joe Allen's, and she would come. Well, I always invited her. So we really had a relationship before we ever started filming, even. And then it just got deeper because I think we really dug each other.
And I think you could really tell it came through so much in your performance.
Yeah. We just
One
had
of-
fun. We laughed a lot.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
One of my favorite parts of the film was the insight we got into Eleanor and Bessie's life in New York around Coney Island together. It's often the people we spend time with that come to define a place more than the physical space itself, which
Yeah.
really came through in the way that it was told. Did it bring back memories for you of living in New York around the same time?
Oh gosh, yes. Because I lived here for 65 years. So
Wow.
and we would go, my assistant was with me always, and we would be driven around. And I would say, oh, that's where my son went to school, or oh, I lived there for a while. And so it was heaven. It was such fun for me and for her too, because, she'd been to New York, but not that long. And then just to have me constantly, oh, I lived there, I did this, I did that.
What a great way to get to know a city.
Yeah.
Amazing. So, whilst Eleanor didn't quite integrate into the Broadway singing group the way she might have liked to, I love all of the stagey touches that the film has, particularly I'm Still Here from Follies, a
Yeah.
gorgeous needle drop. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
As a Broadway star yourself, was this a touch that you brought to the film or was it already baked into the script?
Oh, that was in the script. It really was. No, I had nothing to do with that.
Were there any favorite sort of touches or moments from the film in terms of Broadway references?
Well, I guess that was the most Broadway reference, was the fact we were listening to her sing that.
Mm.
Yeah, I think that maybe was it. I know, I mean, we were at a Starbucks, we were along the East River, things, all the things that you do. I mean, I know I lived on the west side, but if you lived on the east side, the East River was your river. So that made sense. Yeah, I don't think there were any other Broadway things though.
I'm sort of imagining an alternate life for Eleanor in which she really did just commit and go hard to the Broadway singing group. It sort of looked
Yes.
a little different.
Yeah.
I love how sympathetic the film is to Eleanor's mistakes. And whilst I can safely assume that it hopefully didn't involve lying about the same thing she did, has there been a situation for you in your career where a little white lie has maybe gone too far?
Oh gosh, yes. I think we always, when we were young, all the actors, all the theater people would, I can do that. Of course I could do that. And I once got into a situation where I was auditioning to work on point, and I had never worked on point in my life. And it ended up, in fact, that's how I got Gypsy, because they had me sing first. And the stage manager from Gypsy saw it, and they were looking for a new stripper, a new Electra. So that's how I got that. But they were about to put me into an old pair of point shoes and make me dance. And I would have killed myself. But I was perfectly, of course I could do that. And they asked, where are your point shoes? I said, I forgot them. I mean, but we all did that. We all, of course, Scarlett tells one about riding horses. She did that film when she was very young, And she said that they kept, you have to be able to ride a horse. And she said, of course, she'd never really ridden a horse. But
How
we all
hard can
did
it
that.
be?
Yeah, we all did that. Of course I've got a voice that could go up that high. Never.
Well, luckily they made you sing first and not do the
Yes,
point.
yes. So
Thank
it
God they
was
did.
funny because I got something that was very important to my career.
Yeah.
And I got it at the expense of the point story.
So maybe the message of the story is a little lie is
A
fine.
little lie doesn't hurt. Yes.
Yeah, let's go with that. It's all for the good.
Oh, I lost you.
We are, of course, a cinema podcast. The theatrical experience is so important to us, and me personally as well. So I've got a few cinema-related questions for you before we wrap up. I would love to know, is there a film that you would put with Eleanor the Great to make a perfect double bill?
Oh, I think Far From Heaven.
I mean,
Now, you mentioned that, but that would remind me there are things in there that think about truth and and how far you go for what you want. It is very similar.
now you're mentioning it, I'm really seeing a lot in common,
Yeah,
actually.
yeah,
Amazing Leading Ladies, sort of
yes.
East Coast, general vibes. I
Yes.
think we're there. Okay, I'll put in a word to our programmers to make this happen. I'd love to know if there's a movie theatre trip, whether it happened recently or a really formative one for you, that really moved you and stands out of an example of why cinema is so important.
Yes, I think Akira Kurosawa's Seven Samurai. That is and was and will be my favorite film ever. And my late husband was a Kurosawa fan, and I saw every movie he ever made. But this one we watched over and over again, and I had a DVD of it, and I would watch it at least once or twice a year. And it's just such a beautiful film, and what he did with movement is I've never seen done ever. And yet he goes the lovely stories of the humans. I mean, the love affairs and the strengths and the weaknesses, and he hits it all with that film.
Yeah, it's really everything in there and
Yeah.
amazing to see on the big screen as well.
Yeah.
When you go to the movies, is there a particular place you like to sit? Are you a snacks person?
I like to sit about middle, maybe not quite the middle down, and on the sides, but in the center area.
Yeah, I'm with you. To the side and the center is exactly
Yeah.
where it's at. It's where the sound is the best.
Yes, it is.
And finally, just to bring us home, obviously we've talked all about the film and why it's so important to experience it in a cinema. But for you, why should people come out to the movies to watch Eleanor the Great?
Oh, I think Eleanor the Great is a great film. I really do. I felt that when I read the script, and I think all of our work on it and Scarlett's work on it, and it's fun. There's a lot of humor. And I think Scarlett and Tori, who wrote it, both made sure there was humor in the film. And I just think it's kind of a perfect film, really. Even though it's mine, I think it's great. I really do.
You're allowed to say it. And like you said, there's humor, but it's also you'll have a cry at the end. You have
Yes,
both, the best of
yes.
both worlds.
Everybody that sees it tells me that. They say, "Oh, June, I cried. I cried." It's so
It really creeps up on you. I sort of
yeah.
was, because I'm a big cinema crier and I hadn't cried. And then all of a sudden, I just looked down and I was, yeah, damp face,
Yeah.
a whole mess.
Oh,
And,
everybody says that though. I think they've all cried during it.
and hey, what better experience to have that in a dark room surrounded by strangers, all crying together.
Nobody watching you.
Exactly. And that's why this film is so great. Thank you, June, for this
Thank
film, for your
you.
time today. Good luck with the rest of the show. Give my regards to Broadway.
Thank you. Thank you.
I love you. We lived together for 11 years. And sometimes when you live with someone for that long, you forget where you end and they begin.
I love you, Elle.